It is a genuine pleasure to be here today to mark the launch of the Mental Health at Work Gateway. I feel extremely privileged to have had the opportunity, just now, to discuss this topic with other business leaders. It is evident how much passion there is amongst the people in this room to make a positive difference to the way employees in the UK with mental health issues are supported. I would like to begin with some words of thanks on behalf of those employees and on behalf of the many other UK employers who feel as I do. I would like to thank His Royal Highness, the Duke of Cambridge, not only for giving up his time to be with us today, but also for his tireless support for positive mental health in the UK. I would like to thank Paul Farmer, who has been an enormous help to us at Lloyds, for the outstanding efforts he has gone to in bringing together business, politicians, media, and the third sector around the shared commitment to this agenda. And finally, I would like to thank all those at the Royal Foundation, Heads Together and Mind, for the work they have put into creating the Mental Health at Work Gateway, which we are here to celebrate today. The business case, as we all know, for taking action on mental health at work is overwhelming. One figure jumped out at me from the Thriving at Work report by Paul and Lord Stevenson last year. The report concluded that there is an annual cost of up to £99 billion per year for the economy, which is staggering. Tackling this issue will make a big difference to productivity and prosperity of the country, but mainly to people's lives and well-being. Clearly, there is a shift in mindset needed amongst employers when it comes to mental health. We must move to a way of thinking which recognizes that we all have mental health, just as we all have physical health. And when it comes to mental health, we can fluctuate between thriving and struggling, just as we can with our physical health. As many of you already know, this topic is a very personal one for me. We in the financial services sector, and perhaps more widely in the business community, have a poor understanding of mental health and personal resilience. It is not a stigma, but an issue like any normal health problem, like breaking a leg or suffering from an infection. And it should be dealt with that way. With the right culture of support, employees can experience poor mental health at times or live with an ongoing mental health condition and still succeed and thrive at work. This is the mindset we are adopting and embedding at Lloyds. Our approach has been based on talking to our colleagues and learning more about the actions which will actually make a positive difference. Several years ago, we were hearing repeated stories of colleagues who were not feeling supported and not even feeling able to discuss their mental health at work. In particular, colleagues experiencing severe anxiety, grief, sleep deprivation, and low self-esteem. As a result of our findings, we have developed a new approach which focuses on the spectrum of mental health from everyday well-being through to clinically diagnosed conditions. We are focusing on prevention as well as support. I personally have been involved in a groundbreaking program called Optimal Leadership Resilience Program. This is designed to help senior leaders at Lloyds to understand themselves and their body better and put in place actions that help them build personal resilience. After successfully taking our group executive committee and our top 200 leaders through the program, we have now begun rolling the program out to the next 2,000 top managers. And during 2017, we also launched a new set of mental health training modules available to every single colleague. To date, over half of our workforce, some 40,000 colleagues, have completed these with a new model to our customer-facing colleagues being launched later this year. And earlier this year, we increased the amount of cover available to colleagues through private medical benefit for mental health conditions to be equal to the financial support available for physical conditions. So parity of esteem. There is still much more to do, but I am delighted that our efforts so far have led to real, measurable progress. We have seen an increase in the number of colleagues happy to tell us they have a mental health issue, and their engagement level has increased by 22 percentage points in the past 3 years. Like many of the CEOs in this room, we are working on ways to share the lessons we have learned more widely. I want to encourage all employers in the UK to show leadership on this issue. Taking action is not a nice to-do. It is a business imperative for all of us. I am excited about the opportunity offered by the Mental Health at Work Gateway to give millions more working people across the UK access to better support. As employers, we have a real opportunity to change the way people think about mental health. If there is one message I would like to leave with you, it is that the one I started with. We all have mental health, just we all have physical health. And with the right support, we enable people to thrive. I hope you'll join me in working to make the stigma of mental health a thing of the past. Thank you.